Why I turned down Rupert Murdoch's generous job offer. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel GMB Briefing. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Piers Morgan has said he turned down a very generous offer from Rupert Murdoch to stay at News UK, telling the billionaire he wanted to launch his own media empire. The controversial presenter said he rejected a renewal of the £50 million deal, which made him the highest paid journalist in the UK, because he no longer wanted to be talent for hire. His decision to buy outright control of Piers Morgan Uncensored, his fiery YouTube-only debate show, and leave behind Murdoch's brand and support raised eyebrows earlier this month. But the presenter told the iPaper it was the perfect time for me to be doing it, because so many opinionated commentators have shown me the way to do it. Morgan, who told Murdoch he wanted to take on America's shock jock commentators, also said he would launch his own podcast, citing the success of Gary Lineker's podcasting company Goldhanger. Of his conversation with Murdoch, Morgan said, "It was a very good, mutually respectful conversation with Rupert, and they were very generous with their offer. But I just wasn't prepared to take a deal. I wasn't prepared to be a talent for hire anymore. I wanted ownership," he said, adding, "I'm 60 in March and I want to run my own business. I've got the firepower and the social media numbers. I've got nothing to lose." Launched as the flagship show on Murdoch's failed Talk TV channel, Uncensored has now made Morgan Britain's leading YouTube influencer, according to analysis by Press Gazette. The channel has 3.6 million subscribers and its high-octane rows over culture war issues and interviews with divisive figures, including influencer Andrew Tate and Kevin Spacey, rack up an average of 1 million views each. The former newspaper editor, whose company Wake Up Productions will take over Uncensored, is gambling that his brand is big enough in his target market of the US to take on the likes of presenter Joe Rogan and make him more money than he could with the financial backing of Murdoch's News UK business. Morgan spoke to the iPaper during a tumultuous week for his former employer's newsgroup newspapers, which apologized and paid substantial damages to Prince Harry for intrusion into his private life over 15 years. Morgan has said he never hacked a phone or told anyone else to hack a phone when he edited the Daily Mirror from 1995 to 2004, a denial he has offered since allegations of the practice first emerged. The presenter said last November's presidential election demonstrated that news audiences are abandoning traditional TV networks for podcasts and YouTube, which now accounts for 10% of all monthly television viewing in the US. His role models are Tucker Carlson and Megyn Kelly, former Fox News pundits who now earn big money and attract millions of viewers, while appearing on their own internet platforms. However, media analyst and investor Alex de Groot cautioned, "It's hard to see how Piers can displace Carlson, Kelly et al. They have first mover advantage in the US, the key market. Piers is also not a clear-cut conservative in the age of Trump, and political talk shows and podcasts are now very partisan," de Groot added. "On a risk-reward basis now is the right time for him to strike out because he gets big guests. But he is mainly UK-based, which may limit his appeal internationally, in spite of his previous stint on CNN." But Morgan responded, "We're not starting from scratch. We went fully digital from February last year, and the global charts from Press Gazette show we're already bigger than Megyn and Tucker. And I'll be spending more and more time in America." Press Gazette this month ranked Uncensored number 4 in the news global influencer chart behind Rogan, commentator Ben Shapiro, and YouTuber Philip DeFranco. Being an outsider to the progressive liberal/MAGA fault line, dividing US politics is an advantage, Morgan claimed. "I'm not an ideological host who's going to do a long monologue. I prefer to be the ringmaster for an in-depth debate with smart people who can properly duke it out based on really well-informed opinions." However, Morgan is never happier than when he is making headlines of his own. He left his presenting role on ITV's Good Morning Britain after a row over comments he made about the Duchess of Sussex. He said he didn't believe a word she had said about her mental health in an interview. Morgan also has a promise of another interview with President Donald Trump, with whom he is back in favor after saying he should be disqualified from office following the 6 January riots. Trump's last words to me when we spoke a few weeks ago were, "We'll sort something out at the White House." He says he believes in free speech and would consider having Tommy Robinson as a guest so his views can be properly challenged. But the extreme opinions sometimes platformed on Uncensored could prove a challenge to the business plan. Paul Staines, who created the influential Guido Fawkes political site, warned, "The problem with Uncensored is advertisers don't want to be next to controversial content. Big traffic requires controversy that scares advertisers." Major brands began pulling millions of dollars in advertising revenue from YouTube in 2017 after their content was found to be next to videos promoting extremist views. Morgan has signed a deal with Red Seat Ventures, a leading US marketing company which has built lucrative sponsorship packages for Kelly and others. He said, "The YouTube channel is the mothership. It's the base for all sorts of other commercial entities. I'll be reading ads on air. There will be partnerships, live shows, tours, books, documentaries, merchandise, you name it. Once you have a big YouTube channel, all the other stuff that the big YouTubers do off the back of it is really where the commercial action is." Morgan, who said he gave up his weekly columns in The Sun to focus on the venture, added, "People like me who split from conventional media companies, we're like rock stars who leave the band to go solo. I'm doing a book this year which I'm taking out on the road. I'm thinking literally about putting Uncensored on stage in the biggest venues. If Alastair Campbell and Rory Stewart can sell out the O2 Arena, Whether the Rest is Politics podcast show, I'm looking at the Sphere in Vegas, capacity 18,600 at the minimum." Morgan also wants to emulate Gary Lineker, now a major player in the burgeoning podcasting business through the Match of the Day presenters Goalhanger production company, home to The Rest is brand. "We're old friends, we talk a lot. I'm very admiring of Goalhanger," said Morgan, who revealed, "I'm going to launch my own self-defined podcast. It may be that Uncensored ends up a debate-led channel, and I launch a podcast in the not-too-distant future for long-form interviews which is competing with someone like Joe Rogan. There are a lot of lucrative pathways for that. What if Morgan's gamble fails? Could he end up returning cap in hand to News UK, which retains a slice of Uncensored's YouTube advertising revenues for 4 years under the deal? The commercial reality of the channel is that Uncensored is already washing its face, so it's not like we're going to be in any kind of debt," Morgan said. "The 4-year advertising deal is a separate arrangement with News UK. But in terms of the channel, I own it outright now. There's no term limit." He claimed, "Since the announcement, I've been inundated from people who want to invest. I can tell you I've got some very, very serious players who want to invest serious sums of cash. Your ultimate channel for all things of GMBs. GMB Briefing. You have to be obsessed with GMB Briefing. Thanks for watching my video. Like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, and watch more of my videos."